Today, we're going to be looking at one of the fastest growing kids in the info market making over $200,000 a month with his product. And I'll be breaking down exactly how he went viral so you can copy him, why his funnels are actually broken and how he can fix them, and if his offer is a scam. If you don't know me, I'm Preston Chambers. I've done a little over $2.6 million scaling various info products. Let's dive in. So as you may or may not know, it is Jake Ryan right here, and he's made a little over $200,000 just on his WAP alone, just because WAP pocket watches. And at first, I wasn't even sure if he actually did sell a course just because he hides it so well. But as you can see right here, this is obviously him from his course, as well as him right here closing a $3,700 mentorship student. And we have to go into his traffic and how he actually builds this personal brand, the first section. And there's 3 key aspects to building a converting personal brand. Ignore that misspelling, because you can have a personal brand, but if it doesn't convert, doesn't make you money, what is the real point? So first, we have to identify the niche. This is something where you can actually be that guy and take over and be the specialist. Because if you're not going to be good at something that you do, it's cooked, right? So we can look at some people right here. Like these guys, they're for testosterone optimization. They are the only people really in the space that do it. This guy is more so on e-com, especially with the Miro style, and he has like his own little thing going. And Charlie Morgan for client acquisition. You want to pick something where you can be the top 1%, and not saying you have to necessarily be the best, but something where you are actually skilled so people can listen to you. Because if I wasn't skilled on here today, breaking down this funnel, you're not going to watch more than a minute or two, but I actually know what I'm talking about. And for Jake Ryan, that is high ticket sales. He's solid at it. He makes good commissions. That's the niche he picked. So you need to find a niche where it's something that you can be really good at, whether that's e-commerce, drop shipping, whatever, some sort of skill that you have to actually be able to monetize it. After the niche, it comes down to your brand. It's what makes you different. And the key thing of what makes someone different is you being you, right? Everyone has their own personality. Everyone has their own values, their beliefs, their stories. They have different design. Like me, I'm a chill guy just wearing like a black shirt, white shirt, right? Very raw and authentic. And then brand outliers, what makes people special? Their talents, their languages, just they're unique. Like for me, I have a lot of family. I'm an older brother, etc. And then what is your vehicle? So for Jake Ryan right here, and I kind of caught him lacking a little bit. As far as his internal love goes, aka his personalities, beliefs, values, and stories, he is very driven by God. He talks about God a lot in his content. College dropout, really good work ethic, manifestation believer, etc. He has all these different things that make him him. That's why people like him, because they relate. A lot of people are aligned with God. They have delusional self-belief. They work extremely hard. They came from financial struggle. And essentially what happens whenever you are yourself is people resonate with you. Whenever they resonate from you, that's when they'll start to buy from you. As well as his visual design. He's always showing that penthouse. He has his raw and authentic, unfiltered. He has like this specific visual design around what he actually does, and it makes Jake Ryan, Jake Ryan. Just like my visual design makes Preston, Preston. Because people are going to buy from people that they like, and that they know, and that they trust, and they resonate with. So if you're not going to resonate, if the audience doesn't like you, they're never going to buy from you. They have to actually love you. Whenever the audience loves you, it's so easy to sell. So what makes this guy unique? Well, he plays basketball. He's 20 years old, making 6 figures a month. He's very spiritual. He lives in a penthouse, right? And all these different things. He's multiple business. He tried multiple business models. And those are the things that make him unique. And his vehicle is high ticket sales. Overall, it's just you being yourself in your content. And that's it. Because whenever you are yourself and you're not pretending to be someone else, ooh, that's a bar, but it makes it way better. So just being yourself in your content is going to do tremendous. And he does it perfectly here. And then as far as market research goes, instead of targeting your ICP, you want to target your dream follower, because your ICP is super small. If he just made business content talking about closing, he would never blow up. You need to target your dream follower, which is just a bigger version of your ICP, and your dream follower can become your ICP because your ICP is inside of your dream follower. For me, our ICP is coaches and creators, right? People that want help starting or scaling their info products. But our dream followers, people that make money online. I'm making this video right now because a lot of people in the internet money space know who Jake Ryan is. Therefore, they might click on this video. His ICP is people who have been in sales before and want to start high ticket sales. But his dream followers, anyone interested in making money online, escaping the 9 to 5. And it fits perfectly with his content, which we're about to break down. But next thing after that is the market research on your niche. Every single niche is saturated. And saturation is real in the sense it's always going to be there, but it doesn't stop you from business success. This is a quote from the Bible: as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another, because the competition isn't a bad thing. It's just going to make you better. And what we like to do over here is identify your top 5 to 10 competitors, do intensive market research on everything. What are they good at? What are they bad at? What's their weakness? Right? What's the gap in the market? And I mean, we just look at it with superheroes here, like Superman. He's good with because he has powers, but his weakness is kryptonite. Iron Man, he shoots beams, but his weakness is an EMP. Batman is smart, but his weakness is human. You get the point. What you want to do is look at the entire market and say, okay, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, but where is the gap in the market, right? Where's the difference that I can go in, slide in, and take over a share? And that's what Jake Ryan did. He saw a hole in the market for high ticket sales. He went into that hole and then he expanded and now is exploding with his product because there's not a lot of people doing that at the level that he is, and he's starting to take over majority share. That's what happens when you actually do your market research, and it's exactly what we do. Quick side note, if you are interested in starting your own info products course, whatever, and you want everything done for you, which is what we do, first link in the description, you could just book a call with me. We'll see if we can help you and see if we can just do everything for you. So now, after understanding what makes a converting personal brand, we need to break down what he actually does specifically. And with your content, you want to follow this content flywheel where you use top of funnel traffic, short form, to get eyeballs, and then use YouTube and funnels to actually nurture them. And that's exactly what I even do and what he does as well. I had this reel that I also posted on Trial Reels. It got a lot of engagement. I'd have people comment the word or DM the word for my YouTube video. And in order to actually get the DM, they have to follow me, and then they would be on my YouTube. So now I have them following me, I have them in my DMs, and I have them on my YouTube. And we can really nurture leads this way because whenever they follow me, they're going to see more of my reels. They're going to be seeing my Instagram stories, and I'm going to be able to DM them. On top of that, now they're on my YouTube channel watching all my content getting nurtured, which funnels right into my funnel that's actually going to sell them. If we look at Jake Ryan, he's doing this right now where his link in bio is his YouTube. Now, it would be better if it was a specific YouTube video, but nonetheless, he's still funneling that traffic. He's posting on his Instagram stories using all different types of things I'm going to break down. So first of all, let's break down his content strategy. And something you need to understand about content strategy is the 5-3-2 rule, aka you want to do out of 10 pieces of content, you want to do 5 of them top of funnel, 3 middle of funnel, 2 bottom of funnel. So what top of funnel is just getting people to know who you are, eyeballs, growth, attention, right? Just designed to go viral. Middle of funnel is to get people to like you. So this is where, you talk about your stories, your values, or you break down your methodology a little bit. And it's authenticity content. You're going to get people to like who you are. And then bottom of funnel is trust. This can be specific solutions, case studies, VSLs, etc. If we look at this video I'm recording right now, it's a top of funnel content. It's designed to get people to go into my ecosystem and see, okay, I know Jake Ryan. How is he making money? And as far as his reels go, he follows us perfectly. He posts like 7 times a day, which is why he's blowing up. Because if we do the math here, let's say on average, he's getting a reel that is doing like 6,000 views. We do 6 times 7, that's 56,000 views a day. So you times that by 30, that's just a shit ton of views, especially if he is using trial reels, which I'm sure he is. But as you can see right here in like 10 posts, he follows it perfectly. Top of funnel 5 times, middle of funnel like 4 times, bottom of funnel once. So he follows it pretty well. Mainly the main focus is on the top of funnel, and he does it amazing, right? And the only thing I see here is that he doesn't really CTA that much in his content, which we're going to break down over here in this section, all the way down here. But that's just something I noticed as well. So the reels are overall really solid because he's attracting his dream follower. Like, let's look at the content. If you're single right now, watch this. He's targeting young entrepreneurs or young wannabe entrepreneurs. Okay, they're interested. Yeah, I'm single. Right, from door-to-door sales, it's the bottom of funnel content targeting his ICP from people that are already in sales. If you want to be hyper successful, dream follower gets targeted perfectly. All of his audience wants to be hyper successful. And then he just goes on and on and on. And honestly, we could even say that this right here is a bottom of funnel piece of content because it's like AI will never replace a good closer, but you get the point. He targets his dream follower perfectly here. He's really good at the organic content. Then he has his highlights where he just posts a shit ton of results. He maxed out a results highlight. He had to start a second one. That's how many results he's gotten. So clearly he's getting a lot of sales, and he's also getting a lot of people results. Potentially, we'll break down if his offer is actually a scam later.
Then he uses his highlights to also push his funnel, push his YouTube, push his life, which is solid. One thing I would potentially have is like a start here funnel or start here highlight where he actually tells more about his story. I feel like something like that could do extremely well. Also, just, having evergreen story sequence where it actually pushes, hey, this is more about the program. DM me to join, right? Because he's obviously selling a program. And as far as stories go, he's constantly posting results, posting his lifestyle. I'm just going to give you guys our internal story SOP that even I use to this day and that we have all of our clients use. So, firstly, on Monday, you want to do a hard CTA. This is where you do a full story sequence. You do a hook, story, offer. Hey, like the one I just did and got me some good results. Hey, Q4 is about to come up. It is the biggest time for info. And the only thing that separates people from printing in Q4 and people that don't is the system that they have. And I show like some of those SOPs I just showed you guys. If you want help actually hitting those 100K months, just like this person, this person, this person, DM me result. Just a normal story sequence. On Tuesday, you want to do some value or belief shifting. Today for me is Tuesday, so I need to go ahead and post that today. I'm going to probably do after I record this video. And it's essentially just a limiting belief that they have either around your vehicle, internally or externally. So I'll probably make some story about how instead of trying to do a course all by yourself, you need people to help you, especially since I have a sales call in a little bit. If that guy sees it, it's going to make him raps. Then on Wednesday, we're still building a personal brand. So I focus more on personal stories. It's just me showing behind the scenes life, kind of like some lifestyle stuff, just showing what I'm actually doing. Thursday, personal win. So me, fitness win, getting shredded, me making money, just some sort of achievement I can show for myself, not my clients, because we don't want college professors. We want people who actually do this shit. Friday, we can do a freebie CTA. So CTA to my free course or something like that, just to give free stuff while also building connections and building up DMs. So that way you're not killing your reach. Because if you do too many CTAs, nobody's going to view your story. And then Saturday and Sunday, just more lifestyle content, kind of whatever. Just don't be super salesy. And that's our internal story sequence strategy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And he does it decently here. He doesn't really do any CTAs hard. At least, I don't know. I didn't watch his stories for 7 days straight. But Instagram is pretty solid, I'm not going to lie, because he's just posting so much. Volume negates luck, and he knows what he's doing with the reels, as I just broke down. So let's go into his YouTube here. And the thing I didn't really notice is that he wasn't really pushing the challenge funnel too much, and he does the EMON method. So all of these YouTube videos, all of them are going to redirect into this one, which is basically a YouTube VSL that explains his offer, explains his vehicle, which is just the personal brand play. It's decent. I don't know if it's the best play because you can't really track where your traffic is coming from like you can on funnel links. I would instead just have like a free training opt-in where it's this video, but it's gate kept. It's a better video actually, and it's gate kept behind a name, phone number, because then we can contact these leads, dial them, build up an email list, and really make a lot of money. And how he's actually going viral on YouTube, it's the best method. He's just copying other people. But you should copy other people. Instead, what he's doing is stealing other people. And this is the exact SOP for actually getting ideas. You just want to take viral concepts and put them into your own niche. And it's exactly what you should do. You should steal like an artist. So it's good that he's copying or stealing. Literally, and you can view this right here. You'll see this when God knows you're ready to see it. God is showing you this video for a reason. Very similar concept, similar thumbnail as well. And this is exactly what you should do. You take viral concepts of yours, of people, and you make it your own, and it rips. This is exactly what happened with my reel, right? I saw someone that in my similar niche that did it. I took it, made it my own, and then boom, bada bing, right? So yeah, YouTube is really solid. He's getting a lot of good top of funnel views. Once again, if he had that free training instead, he would make so much more money. I know for a fact. Then he also has just this raw talk channel where he's just like randomly talking about stuff, and pretty simple, pretty easy. And then he has his TikTok as well where he posts his Instagram Reels onto TikTok, or TikToks onto Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels just seem to do better with the type of content that he makes and I make. TikTok's more brain rot, right? But then he's not running ads right now, nor should he until he really dials in everything. And yeah, that's exactly how he's actually taken over the internet space, getting a ton of views, getting a ton of people interested in his offer. So let's break down his 3 funnels and what's actually wrong with them. He has 3 funnels that he runs right now. Number 1 is his VSL funnel. And right off the bat, I don't mess with the headline at all, because here's the angle that you should run with high ticket sales. Everyone's trying to sell you a course. Here's how to get rich selling those courses. here's how to actually get rich. And since they already watched this YouTube VSL, they watched how to become a high ticket closer and all the stuff about it. So instead of transform your hustle into one skill, that doesn't make any sense to me. You should say how to get on a good offer that pays you 5 to 10K monthly, because they already know what high ticket sales is. On this awareness level, they're around the solution aware or potentially even product aware. So I'd say they're more solution aware. So what they can go ahead and do is be like, yeah, here's how to get on a good offer that pays you 5 to 10K a month. I'd make this an opt-in as well. Get name, email, phone number. We can dial these leads with 98% pickup rate, 35% email, even though with us it's 100 and it's 50%. I'd have a better VSL, like I said, frame it more as a free training funnel. It would just work better. And then as far as the vehicle goes, it's an amazing vehicle. He could just have better marketing, but he's a sales guy and he has really good content marketing. Then from here, we're going to have book a demo, which is fine. Contact information right away is decent, but it can cause a lot of drop off. From there, making sure that they're in a first world country, specifically here, they really can't take anyone that has a heavy accent till it's valid. Grabbing their age, okay. Once again, these are just some valid questions to understand the audience. And then this is all right. So this is a pretty frictionful way to actually ask them. However, right, it's decent. He's probably getting a lot of lead flow, so it's fine. And then right here, I don't really like this question, but if they are getting a ton of lead flow, it's fine. But it's just a lot. And then right here, it doesn't make any sense. After they click, it should redirect them to the Calendly. They should use a Calendly interlink. This is where you can actually have Calendly inside of the application, because what's probably happening and what we've seen has happen for us is we'll have 50% drop off rate if we don't have the Calendly integrated inside of the type form. People would submit and they think their application's done. So if you actually put the Calendly into the application, people are going to see, oh, okay, it's not done yet. And then they fill it out. Also, what you can do is have a partial submit. So after they finish this, it's going to submit and you're going to get all that data, but it's still going to look like they have to actually apply and book a call to finish the application. Once again, I like Calendly's calendar way better than Go High Level because it integrates with Go High Level CRM and it has better reminders. And then the pre-call page. So this is exactly what he should do. He says like a pre-call VSL, which is honestly fine, but he should be dialing them, which I'm sure he does. He's in sales. Dial the people right away, get them to confirm the call, have pre-call resources in the form of testimonials, short form, long form screenshots. All he has is this video. I'd also have some FAQs. And for this is more of an educational video about how to actually do it in the weeds. I would make this video more high level, just selling them once again on the concept, on the vehicle, on the internal, on the external. I feel like that would make it way more money. Go on to his second funnel, which was his challenge. And the reason why I didn't like this funnel is because he's not hyping it up enough. If we look at Brett's scales right here, he is hyping up his challenge funnel. He's running a challenge funnel this September 15th through the 17th. He's hyping it up. He made an official trailer. All of his posts are redirecting to that. That's what you should be doing if you're going to be doing a challenge funnel like this, is hyping it up. As well as I don't really like his headline, so I changed it to courses are selling like crazy. Here's how to actually make money off them. I feel like that resonates better. I just didn't really like how he framed it. And then once again, whenever we are running webinars or challenges or whatever, we should be framing it as free. So we don't need to show student results because you're framing this as a free challenge. Makes more sense to explain more about what they're going to learn for the challenge, why they should sign up. Once again, boom. And then I would have like a video just telling them more stuff, confirm the event on your calendar, join the WhatsApp group, etc. Get more touch points, warm them up more, break those 3 limiting beliefs we're always trying to break. So yeah, that's what I would do here. And then he also has a DMCTA. I would be having a DMCTA constantly or some sort of CTA on all my reels. Like, hey, check link in bio. Hey, DM me for this, DM me for that. Right? But here's essentially the exact DM framework to actually use. And this is like an example one for inbound. So you want to open it up like, hey, are you this or that, right? Are you X or Y, whatever. And then you're just going to qualify them. So you're going to see, okay, are they qualified financially? What do you do for work, etc. Just making sure that they actually have enough money, seeing what the gap is and why they're actually interested. What are they actually struggling with to get set on a call? And then seeing that they want guidance and then simply booking them on a call. It's that simple. It's that easy for the DM funnel, which works very well on Instagram. I heard him say that he got 20 million views in a month. If so, this would be the perfect funnel for him. He's growing every single day. And it would be a webinar funnel like Shelby Sapp runs. So you'd have this link in bio or even DMCTA, and he would just run a webinar funnel. So he'd grab name, email, phone number for the webinar. Now we're building up a list as well. We can email people, we can dial them, we can text them, hype up, every single time you're pushing everyone to the webinar Thursday, Friday, and you actually host the webinar. And in the meantime, before that webinar, you're sending propaganda to warm them up, assets, interviews, value adds emails, and then you're going to have email sequences afterwards. And the way that the webinar works is essentially we're going to be focused on these 3 beliefs that we have to break around the vehicle, around the internal, around the external. And we're going to be telling his epiphany bridge story. It's essentially the story of how he got into high ticket sales. Because whenever we tell that story, it's going to show them high ticket sales worked for him, so it obviously works. It can work for me because he was in a similar spot to me and he was facing all these difficulties, all these trials, all these tribulations, so it's going to work. He was able to do it, so I can do it. And if it breaks all these beliefs, they will buy, because if they believe that high ticket sales is the way for them to get to their desired result, and it's only obtainable through his product, they'll buy. So from there, after the webinar, we want to send them down to a call funnel for his $3,000, $4,000 offer, or just $497 product, depending. And once again, pre-call process, just give them as much information as possible, right? Qualify them, call them, text them, send them relatable assets. If they're a teenage kid who's in door-to-door, send them a door-to-door asset, right? And then once again, a pre-call page that just gives them more information, shows them assets, FAQs, interviews, etc. And then we're going to be sending them emails as well, answering common objections, sending case studies, just handling all the objections that they have. So these sales calls can be layup deals, right? Instead of having them shoot a half-court shot, like a lot of funnels are set up, we can literally make it a layup, because I'm not that good at basketball. I might still miss the layup, but at least it gives me a better chance, right? If he either ran this or a free training, he would make way more money, because he's going to start to build up an email list as well. So now he has emails, phone numbers. It's just overall way better. And the webinar funnel is amazing. So let's go to his transaction. Is his offer actually a scam? Looks like it's around 3K. I saw this from a reel of someone like exposing him that he's a scammer or whatever. But essentially, this seems to be the offer. Around 3K to learn high ticket sales. They get a WAP course, 5 calls a week, a community, and placement. And I've even dealt with chargebacks too on our client's offer before. I wouldn't say necessarily it's a scam. He seems to get lots of results. The thing I would say is that client probably had a bad onboarding process, which happens. It's part of the game. So here's how to actually have dialed in onboarding process to see, hey, this is how to, not have your audience feel like you're a scam. After they pay, you want to get a contract. And essentially what this contract does is both protect them and you. Essentially, if they put in the work, we like to run guarantees on our offers, specifically guarantees where if they do the work and they don't get the result, they get the money back. But if they're going to do the work, they're going to get the result. And a lot of people that want a refund just don't do the work. So it ends up protecting you, and it ends up making it safer for them as well. And right when they book, right when they pay, and sign the contract, you want to get them onboarded ASAP. Get them all the resources available, because one time we had someone that didn't get onboarded properly. They ended up just charging back and not wanting to do it, because it's a risk for them. They're putting thousands of dollars. That can be their monthly salary sometimes, or 2x their monthly salary or whatever. But they're going to put that entrusted with you. We need to onboard them properly. That's why within the first 24 to 48 hours, we need super good onboarding, potentially even getting them a quick win to just reaffirm this decision of, yes, I made the right decision. Simply because if we get student results, we can use them as interviews, as testimonials, and we can upsell them, making more money. If the student fails, there's no upsell. They want a refund. Sad face. So now here's how you can actually scale up. The best way to scale is better or more. Sometimes new, but really just more and better. So it's going to be dialing in metrics and essentially just tracking everything like the booked call rate, AOV, show rate, and close rate. Because if you have like all low numbers, and it would be like, okay, here's an example. So we get 1,000 views. We have all of these low numbers, $3,000. But if we just change a couple of things, right? The show rate, the close rate, the booked call rate, we go from $3,000 to $18,000. And it's very simple once you're actually tracking your metrics to know what lever do I need to pull to fix it. We have a low show rate. Okay, let's make our pre-call process better. We have a low close rate. Let's have better assets. We have a low booking rate. Let's make it less friction. And you get the point, right? Because once you just keep on optimizing every little thing, you can end up just multiplying your money. The second way is going to be more and better via content. So getting more eyeballs through short form traffic, getting better eyeballs through YouTube, and then potentially tapping into ads to get even more eyeballs, right? But that's the best way that you could do it. It's going to get better conversions, more eyeballs, better eyeballs, and potentially a new funnel with that webinar or free training funnel. And that's how Jake Ryan makes roughly $200,000 a month. If you do want help starting or scaling your own info products, want everything done for you like I laid out here today, first thing in the description, you can book a call with me. See you guys in the next one.